You played hide and seek as a kid. You know the rules. Find a spot. Stay quiet. Don't get caught. You probably thought it was just a game. It isn't. It never was. The instincts you used as a child, hiding behind a couch, slowing your breathing, reading the sounds in the room, deciding when to move, those are 2 million years old. They kept your ancestors alive when the thing looking for them had teeth the size of your forearm. Hide and seek is not a game humans invented. It is what humans are. And the story of how we got this good at it goes back further than any civilization, any language, any tool we've ever found. Let's look at what the science actually shows. In 2021, researchers at the University of York published an analysis of predator-prey dynamics in early human populations across sub-Saharan Africa. Their finding? For at least 2 million years, Homo species were not apex predators. They were prey. Leopards took them from trees. Hyenas dug them out of shallow shelters. Eagles carried off their children. We know this from the bones. At a site called Swartkrans in South Africa, paleoanthropologist Bob Brain spent 30 years excavating fossils of early humans going back 1.8 million years. He found puncture marks on the skulls of Australopithecus, the holes matching exactly the lower canine teeth of a leopard. The same leopard, the same type of kill, over and over across 1 million years of deposits. This was not bad luck. This was a relationship. Leopard and human, hunter and hunted, for longer than our species has existed in its current form. And that relationship built something into us that no amount of modern safety has fully switched off. The ability to hide. Not just physically, cognitively, reading space, predicting movement, controlling the body under pressure. These are not skills you learn. They are systems your brain runs automatically. And the archaeological record shows that by 300,000 years ago, early humans took these instincts and started using them consciously. Strategic concealment, ambush hunting, coordinated misdirection, hide and seek, with spears. Let's talk about what concealment actually looked like 100,000 years ago. Because most people picture a human crouching behind a rock. The reality was more sophisticated than that. At a site called Pinnacle Point on the southern coast of South Africa, archaeologist Curtis Marine from Arizona State University found evidence of something remarkable. 164,000 years ago, humans were using the tidal caves of that coastline not just for shelter, but as concealed observation posts. The cave entrances faced the sea. The animals came to drink at freshwater pools inland. The humans waited inside, invisible, watching through a narrow opening, tracking movement patterns across days. They weren't just hiding, they were studying. Marine found the remains of shellfish, burned seeds, and animal bones at the site dated across multiple occupation layers. This was a location they returned to repeatedly. A base, a blind, a place from which to watch without being seen. The same logic as a hunting blind today, except 164,000 years old. But concealment from predators required a different kind of skill. Not a fixed position, but constant movement without being detected. In 2019, biological anthropologist Adrian Zillman at UC Santa Cruz published research on locomotion patterns in early humans compared to great apes. One of the key differences? Humans can move slowly, very slowly, with almost no sound, while maintaining full postural control. But this only sounds simple. Most large animals make noise when they move slowly because their gait is built for speed. Humans have a stride that allows weight transfer so gradual it produces almost no ground vibration. Hunters in the Kalahari today can close to within 4 meters of a kudu, an antelope with ears evolved over millions of years to detect predators, without the animal turning its head. 4 meters. That is the distance across a small room. The hunters achieve this through something called freeze movement sequencing, moving only when the animal moves, stopping the instant it lifts its head. Anthropologist Louis Liebenberg documented this technique extensively among San hunters in Botswana in the 1990s. He noted that children began practicing the freeze response from age 4. Not taught, practiced. There is a difference. The instinct was already there. The training refined it. And there was one more physical adaptation that set human concealment apart from every other predator and prey animal on the savanna. The whites of the eyes. Every other great ape has dark irises surrounded by dark sclera. You cannot tell where they are looking. Humans have white sclera, the whites of the eyes, visible from several meters. Looks like a disaster for anyone trying to hide. It isn't, because it's not about hiding from predators. It's about communicating with your teammates without making a sound. Evolutionary anthropologist Michael Tomasello at the Max Planck Institute spent years studying gaze following in humans and other primates. His conclusion? Humans are the only species that can coordinate attention through eye movement alone, silently, across a group of multiple individuals simultaneously. In a coordinated hunt, this changes everything. 4 hunters can surround an animal, read each other's positions, and time a simultaneous charge without making a single sound. But here is where the hide-and-seek connection gets direct. Anthropologist Peter Gray at Boston College has spent 2 decades studying play in hunter-gatherer children across multiple cultures. His finding? In every hunter-gatherer society studied, children played versions of hiding games from as early as age 2. Not variations that look vaguely similar. The same game. One person searches, others hide. The goal is not to be found. Gray argues this is not coincidence. Play in children is biological preparation. The specific games children gravitate to across cultures correspond to the specific skills that culture requires for survival. Hunter-gatherer children play hiding games. Pastoral children play chasing games with animals. Agricultural children play building and sorting games. The game your brain chose at age 5 was not random. And here is the strangest part of this story. We have a direct test of how deep these instincts go. In 2016, researchers at the University of Amsterdam ran an experiment using virtual reality. They placed participants in a simulated environment where they had to hide from a pursuing figure. The participants had never trained for this. No military background, no hunting experience. Within seconds, every participant spontaneously adopted behaviors consistent with what trained special forces operators use for concealment. They moved to high ground. They put obstacles between themselves and the pursuer. They used corners for observation without full exposure. Nobody taught them. The body just knew. Lead researcher Marika Roskes concluded that spatial concealment behavior in humans appears to be an automatic response system, not a learned skill. 2 million years of being hunted left something in you that no amount of indoor living has erased. The next time you walk into a new building and automatically clock the exits, that's it. The next time you sit with your back to a wall in a restaurant, that's it. The next time a child runs straight for the darkest corner of a room to hide, not the most logical place, the darkest one, that's 2 million years of software running exactly as designed. You are not playing a game. You are running the oldest survival program your species ever wrote.